doesn't it feel great to be alive on a Saturday evening on YouTube as a die-hard passionate Chicago Cubbies baseball fan or what? What's up, Chicago Cubbies YouTube baseball fans? I hope you guys are having a awesome start to your Saturday and a lovely Saturday as well. Happy Saturday. Yes, guys. Yes, Cub Nation. It is finally the weekend and it is officially Saturday. So happy Saturday indeed, guys. But most importantly, guys, welcome back to the channel of Cubs Baseball with Ryan Knipe on YouTube. So in tonight's episode, we are going to have some really breaking news on former Chicago Cub Kyle Schwarber. We will also have some news on Shota Imanaga. We will talk about how Ian Happ made Cubs history today at Wrigley Field. And then we will end tonight's episode with a very scary incident. But we start off tonight's episode with former Chicago Cub Kyle Schwarber. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but today is a special day for former Chicago Cub Kyle Schwarber because 10 years ago today, yes, 10 years ago today, Kyle Schwarber made his MLB debut with the Chicago Cubs at the big league level. So that means that today is 10 years of MLB baseball service for former Chicago Cub Kyle Schwarber. Congratulations to Philadelphia Phillies' own designated hitter Kyle Schwarber on getting 10 years of service in MLB. And guys, I gotta ask you, isn't it funny that when Kyle Schwarber made his MLB debut with the Chicago Cubs 10 years ago, he was actually a left fielder and a catcher. If you guys actually don't remember, Kyle Schwarber was drafted by the Chicago Cubs as a left fielder / catcher, and he actually caught in high school. And I got a story to tell you about Kyle Schwarber in the minor leagues. You see, shortly after Kyle Schwarber was signed with the Chicago Cubbies, he made his official debut in rookie ball in Mesa, Arizona at Sloan Park. And I went down to see that game, and guess what position Kyle Schwarber was playing in that game? And this was 2 days after he signed his deal with the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, two days after he signed with the Chicago Cubs after being drafted, Kyle Schwarber was batting 9th in the lineup for the Mesa Cubs and catching. Now, Kyle Schwarber would only play 1 game with the rookie affiliate of the Cubs, the Mesa Cubs at Sloan Park. And in that game, he was 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a walk. And more importantly, guys, what's even more interesting about Kyle Schwarber is in the minor leagues, Kyle Schwarber caught a total of 57 games as a catcher. 57 games in the minors with the Chicago Cubs. Kyle Schwarber caught. He caught a total of 100.3.2 innings. And that was all in the minor leagues with the Chicago Cubs. And you know what? And then, boom! He came to the big leagues. And when he came to the big leagues, it was, oh, woo, 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 woo. But here's the bad thing. Kyle Schwarber only caught 1 whole game in the big leagues with the Chicago Cubs. And after that, he basically became the everyday left fielder for the Cubbies. He was lit after he caught one whole game in the big leagues with the Chicago Cubbies. He was then listed as the emergency catcher. And he then became pretty much the everyday left fielder. But it really is amazing to me because in 2021, Kyle Schwarber was traded at the trade deadline to the Boston Red Sox. And interesting enough, when he went to the Boston Red Sox, he did something that he had never done in college or with the Cubbies in the minors or the big leagues, and that was play first base. And I'm not going to lie, he was terrible at playing first base. I mean, the Red Sox were in the postseason in 2021, and OMG, he was terrible. But then after that, in 2022, he went to the Nationals, and he pretty much was the DH and left fielder for the Nats. And then he went to the Phillies, and he's pretty much been the everyday DH there, guys. But a little like going down memory lane with Kyle Schwarber, because today marks 10 years in MLB baseball for Kyle Schwarber. So congratulations to former Chicago Cub Kyle Schwarber. But I find it very interesting that in his first ever game played in the minor leagues, despite it was rookie ball, he caught. And then when he was in low A with the Cubs, and at the time when he was drafted, low A was right here in Boise, Idaho, where I live. So I was able to be at the ballpark every day when on the road and at home. And I saw Kyle Schwarber catch, and I looked at a lot of people and I said, he's not going to be a catcher in the big leagues. But he will definitely be a big leaguer. And he was with rookie ball for one game. He was in low A for the Chicago Cubs for 5 games and then promoted. So really, he was one of those guys that rose through the ranks of the minor leagues with the Cubbies pretty quickly. And you know what? And then in, boom, 2016, he won the World Series. And oh my gosh, what a valuable moment and all that. So, but anyway, guys, woo! A shout out to Kyle Schwarber, 10 years now as a MLB player, and congratulations, Kyle. Okay, so last night we had a little talk about Shota Imanaga and his rehab outing with the Iowa Cubs. Well, I have some exciting news for all of you Shota Imanaga Cub fans. When the Cubs, after tomorrow's game, the Cubbies head to Busch Stadium to play a 4-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals, and Shota Imanaga will rejoin the team in St. Louis, and he will be pitching in one of those games in St. Louis. So the return of Shota Imanaga to the mound for the Chicago Cubbies will happen in St. Louis, guys. It will be very, very great to have him back. I love Shota Imanaga, guys. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think he is one of the greatest pitchers currently in Major League Baseball. I think that is a statement. It's pretty much a fact of life. But it will definitely be great to have Shota Imanaga back in the rotation. Again, guys, I do not know what game in St. Louis out of 4 that he will start, but it is official per Craig Counsell that Shota Imanaga will join the team in St. Louis. He will pitch one of those 4 games against the St. Louis Cardinals. And when the Cubs go to St. Louis, they will face former Chicago Cub Wilson Contreras, who has a new position this year. He is now the new St. Louis Cardinals first baseman and slash DH because Paul Goldschmidt went to the Yankees. So that'll be interesting to see as well. Oh, now we got to talk about the Hap Daddy, Ian Happ, because he did something in 2 days Cubbies game that Kris Bryant, Nana, did not do. And ladies and gentlemen, Ian Happ, boom! A home run in 2 days game. That is Ian Happ's 161st home run as a Chicago Cub. And with that home run in 2 days game, he has passed Kris Bryant as on home runs as a Chicago Cub. And I will say this, guys. The very first at-bat that Ian Happ had in the big leagues was 2017 at Marlins Park. And what did he do? Boom! Home run. Unfortunately, Ian Happ was not on the club in 2016 when they won the World Series. But you know what, guys? Kris Bryant was great in a Cubs uniform. And it's kind of sad that it is sad. He is with the Rockies. And no disrespect to the Rockies, but for some reason, guys, Kris Bryant is not the same player he once was. I mean, I saw him play earlier this year in spring training, and he really, I could definitely see that, he is not the same player he was as the Cubby. He's not the same player that he dominated, with. I mean, Kris Bryant had over 100 home runs career in the minor leagues for the Cubbies. And he really he's not that same guy anymore. And it is frustrating. But yes, guys, Ian Happ with his home run today, home run 161 as a Chicago Cub. So congratulations to the Hap Daddy, Ian Happ. Okay, guys, now what I'm about to share with you guys is not good news. It is actually a scary moment, guys. A few nights ago, and I don't know if you guys heard this, a few nights ago, former Chicago Cub and current Tampa Bay Ray pitcher Hunter Bidgie was hit in the head on a 105 mile-an-hour fastball off the bat of athlete Rutschman. He was immediately rushed to a local medical facility, guys. I do not have an update on him, but I would ask you guys to keep him, his family in your prayers, please. Hunter Bidge, guys, maybe some of you don't remember him as a Chicago Cub, but the other night, guys, a couple nights ago, he was hit on a ball that came off the bat of Adley Rutschman. It was 105.3 miles an hour. The good news is he is not in the ICU. That is the good news. The bad news is, guys, he is looking at potentially having surgery. And this hit him in the head, guys. And I will be honest with you. He's number one, lucky to be alive after that. And he's even more lucky not to be in the ICU. But I do want you guys to keep him in your thoughts and your prayers, along with his family, guys. I mean, these guys are athletes, Pitchers really, you never want to see, you don't want to see that with anybody on a baseball field. But with that, guys, I'm just asking you guys that you keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And maybe some of you guys heard about it, but I just wanted to say that and all that. So, Hunter Bidge, we love you. You know what they say, once you're a Cubby, you're always a Cubby. No matter what, if you never made it to the big leagues with the Cubs, you're still a Cubby. So, but I do want you guys to keep him in your thoughts and your prayers, please. All right, Chicago Cubby fans, that is all I have for you guys on this edition of Cubs Baseball with Ryan Knipe. I know it was a lot. Oh, I almost forgot. I can't believe I missed this, guys. We got a happy birthday shout out. Happy happy birthday to Cubs Hall of Famer Rick Sutcliffe. We love you. I love listening to Rick Sutcliffe in the booth on Mercury Sports Network, but it is his birthday today, so happy birthday, Suddy. But other than that, you guys know the drill. You like the video, make sure you drop a like. And if you're new, and if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe down below, guys. And other than that, have a great rest of your Saturday night. Happy Saturday, Cub fans. And as always, go Cubs go.